My vegan sausage rolls are rolled up in a flaky vegan puff pastry, super nutritious and more guilt-free than the meat alternative. These are perfect as a make-ahead treat so you can freeze them, bring them back out, heat them up. They're amazing. They're awesome for kids too. I'm going to show you how to make them right now. Let's begin with the base. It's mostly made up of mushrooms, which I don't know about you guys, but I love mushrooms. Begin by adding your mushrooms to the bowl of a food processor and blitz these until they're finely chopped. If you don't have a food processor, you can just do these by hand. We're also going to be finely chopping 1 onion and mincing 1 garlic clove. Now, for this recipe, we are going to be adding some lentils. That's right. And these are so nutritious for you and they're really delicious. You want to make sure you strain these out of the can and then give them a wash under the tap and let them drip dry for about 5 minutes. To a deep skillet, you're going to add a little bit of olive oil and then you're going to add your onion and cook that until it becomes slightly translucent and aromatic. It'll take about 4 or 5 minutes. Then you want to add your mushrooms and cook for a further 5 minutes. Add the garlic and thyme and stir that for 1 minute before adding the lentils, flaxseed meal, salt, and your vegan beef stock. And you're gonna let this simmer for about 5 to 6 minutes until the stock is almost cooked out. Transfer these to a heat-proof bowl and then add your Dijon mustard and panko breadcrumbs. And you wanna mix these until they're well combined. Let them sit at room temperature for about 20 or 30 minutes so that they cool down a little bit. Next, you wanna preheat your oven to 200 degrees Celsius, that's 390 degrees F. Line 2 baking trays with baking paper and set those aside. I've let my pastry thaw for about 5 minutes at room temperature. So when we're working with it, it's going to be partially thawed. Place one of your pastry sheets on a cutting board and use a sharp knife to cut them in half so that you end up with 2 rectangles. Add some of the mixture, about 1/8 of the mixture on one end, tightly roll up and then use a sharp knife to cut in half. Place your finished sausage rolls on your baking tray with the seam facing down. Brush it with some plant-based milk. I'm using almond milk. And then you want to sprinkle it with sesame seeds, spray it with some oil, and you're going to bake these for 30 minutes. Allow them to cool down for 5 minutes before you dig in. These have finished baking, and guys, my house smells incredible right now. I'm so excited to dig into these. I let them rest for about 5 minutes because if you try eating them straight out of the oven, they'll burn your tongue. So make sure you let them rest. But I am ready to dig into one of these. In my opinion, and by the way, I probably have sauce all over my face, these are better than the meat version because you know they're healthier. They actually taste way better and they're full of vegetables. So they're great for kids and it's a great way to like trick them into eating vegetables. When I was younger, if my mum tried to feed me beans or lentils, I would have run the opposite direction, but these are a winner. If you want to grab the recipe for these, they'll be in the link down below in the description box. Head down there, and guys, if you have suggestions on other videos, recipes you'd like to see me make, let me know in the comments because you guys have the best ideas. I love hearing your suggestions. More recipes over there if you want to watch them, more delicious free recipes. And don't forget to check out my recipes on thescranline.com. I'll see you all on the next episode of The Scran Line. Bye.